Welcome back to the Optima method, where we believe one simple truth: structure creates freedom. Today's episode is one of my favorites because we're talking about something that most entrepreneurs avoid until it's too late: documentation. The moment I mention SOPs or process documentation, I usually hear one of two responses: I'm too small for that, I don't need it, or I'll document everything once I have more time. But after more than 15 years of implementing operational systems, leading enterprise projects, documenting thousands of business processes, and helping organizations scale, I've learned something that applies to businesses of every size. Successful businesses aren't built on talented people alone. They're built on documented processes. The businesses that scale the fastest aren't necessarily the smartest. They aren't necessarily the best marketers. They simply know how to repeat excellence. And you can only repeat what you've documented. That's why I created the process foundation. If the vision foundation defines where you're going and the operations foundation determines how you execute every day, then the process foundation ensures your business can produce consistent results, whether you're there or not. Think about your average week. How many times do you answer the same questions? How often do you explain the same task? How many times do you search for a document? How often do you think, I know I did this before, but I can't remember exactly how? Every one of those moments costs your business time. But the biggest cost isn't time, it's inconsistency. When every task depends on memory, results change. Customers receive different experiences, and employees invent their own methods. Mistakes increase, training becomes longer, and growth becomes harder. Documentation actually eliminates that uncertainty. One of the biggest misconceptions entrepreneurs have is believing they are the system. If you're the only one who knows how everything works, you don't own a scalable business. You've created a full-time job. Real businesses can function because knowledge has been transferred from the owner's head into documented systems. That's exactly what the process foundation helps you build. So what is the process foundation? The process foundation is your business operating manual. It helps you document how work gets completed so that anyone can follow a consistent process. Instead of relying on memory, assumptions, or tribal knowledge, you'll create clear documentation that improves quality, saves time, and prepares your business for growth. So let's walk through every resource included in this foundation so you can get started and set your business up for success. So let's start with the master SOP. The master SOP is the foundation of your documentation system. It provides a structure for documenting every recurring process inside your business using a consistent format. So your master SOP will end up being your overarching business standard operating procedure, but will also have individual SOPs for each task and process that you will have on your team. Whether you're documenting customer onboarding, invoicing, hiring, marketing, or daily operations, every SOP begins here. It includes sections such as the purpose, scope, roles and responsibilities, step-by-step instructions, required systems, success measures, and revision history. The purpose here is to create a standardized format for documenting every business process. You'll gain consistency, repeatable execution, easier training, improved quality, and reduce dependency on memory. The next one that you'll work through is the department SOP. As your business grows, each department develops its own responsibilities. The department SOPs organizes procedures specific to each functional area of your business. Examples here include sales, marketing, finance, operations, customer service, and human resources. Instead of one massive manual, each department has its own documented playbook. The purpose here is to organize operational procedures by department. You'll gain clear ownership, better accountability, easier onboarding, and departmental consistency. Next, you'll work through the workflow template. Not every process needs pages of documentation. Sometimes you need simply to visualize how work moves from one step to the next. The workflow template helps you outline every stage of a process using a simple flow structure. You'll identify starting points, process steps, decision points, approvals, and end result. The purpose here is to visualize how work flows through your business. You'll gain better understanding, easier collaboration, process clarity, and reduced bottlenecks. Process mapping guide would be your next step. Once you understand your workflow, it's time to improve it. The process mapping guide teaches you how to map processes from beginning to end while identifying inefficiencies, delays, duplicate work, and unnecessary steps. You learn how to define the current process, identify pain points, remove waste, simplify workflows, and design future state processes. The purpose here is to improve efficiency before documenting the final process. You'll gain faster workflows, higher productivity, better customer experience, as well as operational excellence. RACI Matrix SOP is one of the biggest reasons works get delayed because nobody knows who owns what. The RACI Matrix eliminates confusion by defining who is. It defines who is responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed. Every task receives clear ownership. The purpose here is to clarify responsibilities across every workflow. You'll gain better accountability, faster decision-making, improved collaboration, and fewer communication breakdowns. Next, you have the Workflow Audit Workbook. Before improving your processes, you first need to understand how they're performing today. The Workflow Audit Workbook helps you evaluate your existing systems by identifying bottlenecks, manual tasks, duplicate work, delays, customer frustration, and opportunities for automation. The purpose here is to assess the health of your current workflows before redesigning them. You'll gain clear improvement opportunities, better operational visibility, reduced inefficiencies, and smarter process decisions. Next is the File Organization Guide. One of the biggest productivity killers is searching for information. A poor organized file structure wastes countless hours every year. This guide helps you build a standardized folder structure that's easy to navigate and maintain. You'll establish your folder hierarchy, naming conventions, version control, storage standards, and access permissions. The purpose here is to create a logical digital filing system for your business. You'll gain faster file retrieval, better organization, improved collaboration, and reduced duplication. Next is your knowledge base template. Your business generates knowledge every single day. Policies, frequently asked questions, training resource and instructions, lessons learned. But instead of allowing that information to disappear, the knowledge base template creates one centralized location where your team can quickly find answers. The purpose here is to build a searchable library of your business knowledge. You'll gain faster onboarding, reduce interruptions, self-service learning, and consistent information sharing. Next is your automation workbook. Not every task should be completed manually. The automation workbook helps you identify repetitive work that can be simplified using automation tools and integrations. You'll evaluate your manual processes, repetitive tasks, software opportunities, workflow triggers, and automation priorities. The goal isn't automation for the sake of automation. It's removing repetitive work so you can focus on higher value activities. The purpose here is identifying and prioritize automation opportunities where you'll gain time savings, improved accuracy, reduced manual work, and increased scalability. And last but not least, you have your business playbook. Every successful organization has one source of truth. That's exactly what the business playbook becomes. It combines your vision, operating principles, documented processes, standards, and expectations into one comprehensive guide. Think of it as the instruction manual for running your business. It brings together everything you've built throughout the foundations into one organized resource. The purpose here is to create a complete operational reference for your business where you'll gain organizational consistency, stronger leadership, simplified onboarding, long-term scalability, and a business that can grow beyond the owner. So why do these resources matter together? Each document is valuable on its own, but together they create something much more powerful. A documented business, instead of relying on memory, you rely on systems. And instead of hoping people perform more consistently, you provide them with clear guidance. And instead of reinventing processes every single time, You improve them once and repeat them forever. Documentation becomes one of the greatest investments you'll ever make because every documented process continues creating value longer after it's written. So, what you'll walk away with after completing this foundation is you'll build the documentation framework that allows your business to operate consistently, train efficiently, and scale with confidence. You'll walk away with a complete system for documenting every recurring process in your business, standard operating procedures that eliminate guesswork and create consistency, clearly defined departmental procedures that improve accountability, visual workflows that simplify complex processes and improve collaboration, process mapping skills to identify inefficiencies and optimize operations, defined roles and responsibilities using RACI matrices to reduce confusion, workflow audits that uncover the bottlenecks and opportunities for improvement, a structured file organization system that saves time and reduces frustration, a centralized knowledge base that preserves valuable business information, an automation roadmap that helps you reduce manual work and increase efficiency, and a comprehensive business playbook that becomes a single source of truth for your organization. Most importantly, you'll stop building a business that depends on you and start building one that runs through documented and repeatable systems. If there's one thing I hope you remember from today's conversation is this: your business only is as scalable as your processes are repeatable. You can have the best vision. You can work incredibly hard. You can attract amazing customers. But if every process lives only in your head, your growth will always be limited. The Process Foundation was designed to change that. It helps you capture your knowledge, standardize your operations, eliminate inefficiencies, and build a business that continues to deliver exceptional results, whether you're in the office, on vacation, or growing your team. If you're unsure where to begin, start with our free business operations assessment. It will help you identify where your documentation, workflows, and operational processes need the most attention so you can build the right foundation first. But remember, vision creates direction. Operations creates consistency, but processes create scalability. Thank you for entrusting us. Thank you for joining the Optima method. And I hope that you will keep documenting what matters, keep improving your systems, and keep building a business that does not depend on memory. Because at Optima Operations Consulting, we believe one thing above all else: structure creates freedom.